Hey y'all, welcome and or welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae, if you didn't know, and today's video is another missing persons case. So if you're ready, let's go. Alright y'all, so today we're going to be talking about a 35-year-old mother named Tiffany Foster, who also goes by Tiffany Starks. I've actually seen it Tiffany Foster Starks, and I've seen it Tiffany Starks Foster. But nonetheless, like I said, she's 35 years old and she went missing out of Noonan, Georgia. So it was March 1st, 2021, and she was leaving her house. This was the Creekside at White Oak apartment complex. Now, when she left, she was only supposed to be going like on a grocery run. I'm not 100% sure if it's like she was going grocery shopping, like about to get stuff for the whole house, for the whole month, for the whole week, or however they shopped, or if this was just to go to the grocery store to pick up a couple items and then return straight home. Either way, she was leaving to go to the grocery store. Now, after it had been a couple hours and Tiffany still hadn't returned home, her fiance, Reginald Robertson, he started to get a little bit worried, but he didn't put too much thought behind it or say anything like that, because it was actually her daughter who notified people that she hadn't come home. Automatically, this was weird because she was just supposed to be going to the grocery store. Why would she just not return home? It just didn't make any sense. Things got even more concerning when Tiffany missed work and she missed college classes because she was in college. She was at the Georgia Military College studying criminal justice. And when she missed, like I said, work and class, that's when alarm bells really started ringing, because it was Tiffany's dream to be in law enforcement, and she only had a couple more months before she was to graduate. So she wasn't trying to skip out on no classes. She was at the top of her game. So when she didn't show up, it was just like, okay. And then even further, she had a pre-planned trip. I'm not sure where she was going, but she did have a pre-planned trip. She had already paid for a flight to go to wherever it was that she was going, but it turns out that she missed that flight, and she wasn't about to miss no flight that she had already paid for. So that's when things really started getting concerning. And I didn't find the day that the missing persons report was filed, but there was a missing persons report filed, and so the police got on it. And a couple days later, on March 8th, 2021, Tiffany's car, a gray 2020 Nissan Altima, was located in College Park. And College Park and Noonan are not close. They're about 30 miles from each other, so you're talking like a 30-45 minute drive. So that was already suspicious, but what was even more suspicious is that the majority of her personal belongings were still in the car. There was her house key, her purse, and her debit card. However, her cell phone was not in the car. That was literally all the police had to go on, was the fact that her car was found in College Park. But other than that, there has literally been no trace of Tiffany since she left her home on March 1st. And family members say that Tiffany wouldn't just up and leave. Not only was she excited about graduating college in a couple of months, she also had 3 kids. And as you can imagine, they are Tiffany's world. She wouldn't just up and leave her kids like that. There was no way, no how. Her family said that that's just not even a thing, not a thought. It's just not happening. So they are really just pretty much stuck trying to figure out what happened to Tiffany. Now, there was a slight I don't want to say break in the case, because not really, but her fiance, Reginald Robertson, was arrested because it was found that he was the one who moved her car after she was reported missing. I don't know how they figured that out, but they did, and he was arrested. However, he was only arrested on the, like, I guess, robbery or theft or something like that, because he took the car and it wasn't his car. And they knew that he couldn't have got consent from her to move her car because she was already reported missing by the time he moved the car. So, yeah. And even though he wasn't arrested in connection with Tiffany's disappearance or her being missing, at some point he would become a person of interest in the case. And that's all they have so far regarding the disappearance of Tiffany. And as y'all can imagine, Tiffany's family is taking this really hard. One of her sisters said that she and Tiffany was best friends. They was close in age. They got matching sister tattoos. Like, that was her best friend. That's her go-to. That was her rider. And it's really hard for her to not have Tiffany here, because during situations like this, or when there's high levels of stress for her, her sister said that she would call Tiffany. Tiffany was the person in the family that you could call when you needed somebody to lean on, when you needed somebody to vent to, cry to. Whatever you needed, Tiffany was there for you. And it's in moments like these where there's like a high level of stress, like I said, that she would call Tiffany, and she can't do that. And it hurts her so bad. And the family really just want to know, they need to know, what happened to Tiffany? Where is she? Because like I said, this is just not something that she would do. She wouldn't just run off. She wouldn't miss a flight that she had already paid for. She's not leaving her kids nowhere. And she wasn't going to leave a couple months before it was time for her to graduate. Tiffany is described as a black female, 5'2" in height, 220 pounds. She has red hair and hazel eyes. If anybody sees her, if anybody knows anything about her disappearance, please call the number that I have on the screen or contact your local authorities. So yeah, y'all, that is all I have for you guys on the disappearance of Tiffany Foster Starks. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.